Okay, guys, let's start. And hello, everyone. I am Nora. It's very excited to host the Crypto Market Insight session with our guest. Today, we are thrilled to have with us our guest who will be sharing their opinions on the market trends. As host of today's discussion, I'll be leading us through a thought-provoking conversation that promises to be both informative and engaging. So, whether you are an experienced crypto user or just getting started, we encourage you to sit back, relax, and join us for what is sure to be an enlightening discussion on this week's market performance, trends, and hotspots. The live session is broadcasting on CoinW Live channel and CoinW's YouTube channel simultaneously. Welcome all to watch and leave your opinions or questions about market, coin, etc. in the comment. Our guest will pick up some to answer. Yeah, and let's go and welcome our guest to our live session. We are thrilled to have you here with us today. And in this part, we would like our guests to share your market insights on BTC, ETH, and other crypto tokens you want to talk about. Please be free to share the screen to let us watch your charts. And firstly, let's welcome Deline.
Hi, Nora. Thanks so much for having me. Perfect. Let's get straight into it. So we'll go over Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then we'll go over some altcoins that I'm actually looking at because the market's looking super, super good right now. Obviously, Trump did just announce that they're going to add like cryptocurrency to the 401k, which is obviously why we are getting a bit of a pump right now. But this is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. So the main thing for Bitcoin right now, we're still trading in like this little range, right? And below this trend line, okay? So what I want to see is I do want to see Bitcoin get above around about 770. If we start getting above there, then we'll easily see Bitcoin back up to these highs over here, okay? So Bitcoin right now is in a critical place, right? We're at resistance, right? We are at resistance right now, okay? So in order for price to continue higher, we need price to close above this level, which is this bearish fair value gap as well. If we can close above this level here and retest this zone, then we can look for continuation longs for Bitcoin, right? Obviously, this was the bounce zone that we've been speaking about in the Telegram groups for a while. I was saying if Bitcoin loses this zone, then we definitely cooked. But because Bitcoin is holding this level, you can see price is continuing going higher, right? So if you guys are looking for longs for Bitcoin, I would wait for price to break 117.7, and then you can play the breakouts to around about 123.2. And this is on the 4-hour time frame. So make sure you guys, if you guys do want to chart this, 117.77, you want to wait for the 4-hour candle to close above that level, and then we look for continuation long. So Bitcoin, relatively simple what's happening right now. Okay. Then Ethereum. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Where's ETH? Weird. Where has Ethereum gone? Let me just bring it up. So Ethereum is also looking quite interesting. So let's chat about that. Here we go. So if we pull out ETH, so ETH is pumped around about 4 to 5% today. And right now we are coming to a critical zone for Ethereum. Okay. So if we look at the zone over here for ETH, you can see that price is literally at this. If you look at the weekly time frame, right? Let's just quickly look at the weekly. The weekly time frame, Ethereum is still below the previous week resistance, which is over here at around about 3,900. But if price breaks this level, guys, within this week, I'm sorry to say, but I think ETH is just going to hit new highs. This is one of the strongest levels we've had throughout history for Ethereum. You can see bringing it back all the way to May. If we look at May 2021, right over here, May 2021, and then we had August 2021. Then we flipped into resistance in Jan 2022, and then February 2024, and then the whole of 2024 to 2025, price has been below this level. So what needs to happen in order for price to continue higher? Well, price needs to take out this high, and then we should see continuation to the upside, right? So honestly, looking at this chart right now, there's nothing bearish about Ethereum. I think Ethereum is looking super good. There's a lot of liquidity sitting above us as well. So a lot of liquidity is sitting at around about 3,900. So I do think that today we should at least take out that liquidity before we come down. So most of the liquidity is sitting right over here, 3,900 right over here. Okay. So I do think that price is going to hit the zone today. If we do break above here, then we should see continuation and, potentially see $4,000 dollars for Ethereum this week, which would be quite crazy. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting because we don't have any news tomorrow. We did have news today, but I mean the news was very minimal. It was actually quite bullish for the market. So just look, I think just looking at, so this is the news over here. So there was news that happens there, and then obviously tomorrow there's nothing. So it should just be clean price action, which means we just should see upside potential. I'm quite bullish on most tokens right now. So the one token that I'm super bullish on, and I've just told the community to buy some, is Dogecoin. So Dogecoin just got a breakout, guys. So I've been waiting the whole week for this. So if you look at Dogecoin on the daily time frame, first of all, on the daily time frame, we got a massive breakout over here of this wedge. We retested this trend line, and now we're getting a 4-hour breakout as well, right? So we're getting a breakout within this internal range. Okay. So yeah, I did buy some spots here for Dogecoin, looking for like a 35% pump over here to the upside. You can't even put like a 2x or 3x leverage in this because your stop loss is going to be quite big. So you don't want to go super high with the leverage. But yeah, I think Dogecoin is ready to explode from this level. This is just my personal opinion. So I did actually buy some Dogecoin. It looks super clean. This is a setup I would take any day of the week. So Dogecoin looking good. Another token looking good is Popcat. I did actually buy some this morning as well. It got this breakout as well. We already hit like our first level for like a TP level, but I was waiting for price to close above this level. You see our price closed above, retest this level, and Popcat looking for higher prices. So this is another token that's looking good for price to go higher. Another one is SPX as well. So I'm waiting for this, guys. So we're almost there. We've almost got the entry, but essentially I want to see price retest like 1.7216, and then I'm looking for like a 32% increase as well, right? So there's a lot of tokens right now that are ready, are kind of ready to explode. It's just all about choosing which ones and waiting and being patient, right? I think a lot of people don't have patience, which is why we wait for price to hit our level first, and then we take the longs, right? I don't want to take a long right now off the zone because we still have a retracement within this level. Okay, so SPX is also on my radar, guys. Don't sleep on this token. This token can pump super hard. Have a look at this. This token can move really, 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 really hard. So we've broken multiple resistances as well. It just looks really, really nice. So SPX is one of the tokens that I'm looking at as well. And then one more I'll go over quickly is AVAX, guys. AVAX is another one on my radar. I bought some spots. I've been buying spot between 21 and 22. I expect AVAX to take out these highs within the next couple of weeks. So you're looking at it easy 2x on your it's 140% to the highs. AVAX is one of those tokens where we have been ranging for around about a whole year, literally a whole year. Been in this range for the whole year. But once we break above 27, we're going to see a massive pump, right? Because that is the breakout of this range. Okay. So buying at 22 and 21, that is a good investment, right? Rather than just waiting for 27 to break out, right? So I've front run this super hard just because most of the market's looking good. And if you look at the lower time frames as well for AVAX, it is looking good for a move to the upside. So I'm kind of bullish. I'll be honest with you. Like I know August is typically a bad month for crypto, but let me show you quickly just so you guys understand what I'm saying here. So if we look at the monthly, I'll show you now. I'm just sharing my screen. If we look at the monthly returns on Bitcoin, you can see historically August is pretty much one of the worst months. So we do have to keep that in mind. August is potentially one of the worst months, but for me, I'm not really focused on Bitcoin's. Like for me, I just focus on altcoins because Bitcoin's already for me, it's already made its gains, right? So what I like to look at is I like to look at Ethereum's quarterly returns, okay? And you can see the quarter 3 and quarter 4 are historically one of the best quarters, right? Actually, quarter 3 was kind of crazy. I think quarter 4 is going to just do super well. I know Matt is probably going to speak about Ethereum dominance, so I'll let him speak about that. but he'll point something else that correlates with this as well. So I think it's going to be a good quarter 4, guys. I don't get too hold back on a terrible August, because a terrible Bitcoin August could mean a good altcoin pump. You know what I mean? Because if Bitcoin just goes sideways for the whole of August, well then it creates rotation into altcoins, right? And you, especially when Ethereum is looking decent and breaking above 4K, then altcoins will definitely rally. So yeah, I'm quite a bull right now. I'm personally just looking for longs. Same thing with Litecoin. Like Litecoin played out super well. A lot of tokens. ICP, bought some ICP as well at these levels. I think ICP is a good investment. You're buying at such a low price here for ICP, you guys. ICP can easily go back up to these $15, which is a 3x from here. So, this is not financial advice, guys, but sorry, I didn't share this screen, but yeah, what I was saying, I think ICP can easily go back up to this previous high over here. So like a 200% move from current price. So, not financial advice, but I'm buying spots. I'll be honest with you. Like these levels are so juicy, when and also with Trump being so bullish now, with the adding crypto to the 401ks. I think it's such a big addition to acceptance of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So yeah, don't sleep on Dogecoin, guys, as well. Don't sleep on Dogecoin. Yeah, I honestly think that this thing's gonna pump super soon. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the current market. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you for Delay and thank you for sharing. Well, and next let's invite Matt. Hey, Matt.
Hey,
Okay.
how's it going? Hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, D-Man absolutely nailed that. Basically, very much in alignment with his thesis. Of course, yeah, Bitcoin having a decent move up 1% today. It's great to see Ethereum up 4% when Bitcoin's up 1%. I feel like it's been months since this kind of price action has been here. Of course, over the last month, it has been like that as well. But Bitcoin ultimately bullish, nothing bearish about Bitcoin at all. Above the 50-day EMA, got a nice retest of the 382. Spoke about this a lot. This 382 and 50% level. This was the ultimate buy zone. I'm still in my long from 102K. Haven't taken profits yet. The minimum TP for me is $135,000 for take profit 1. And I recently doubled down on that position at this 113K zone over here. And my average entry is sitting at 107. If you took that trade with me, definitely in the profits. You can move a stop loss to break even. Your entry should be below this entry point here. That was obviously planned. But yeah, this is looking really good. This is most likely going to print some profits. Solana, quickly go over Solana before we go into Ethereum. Solana kind of holding up. You see we do have this 50% level from the June low all the way to that July high. That 1 month pump, that halfway point comes in at $166. So we want to see Solana hold above here, just consolidate in this region over here. This is the consolidation region that you want to see for Solana. It has been chopping around there, but let's see. I personally think that all the rotation will be going into Ethereum, and it's much more worth it to long Ethereum or go into the Ethereum ecosystem in Solana. We'll speak about Solana versus Ethereum now. So here you can see ETH having a nice pump, as D-Man showed. Nice retest of this $3,300 region over here. I was waiting for about 3,300, didn't get the entry, but yeah, I'm sure most of us have enough spot Ethereum and we don't mind. But let's speak about Ethereum dominance, because this is looking really interesting. Posted this chart today that we've basically broken out here. This has been in a bullish market structure, and this easily has a, if I just put this on the weekly time frame quickly, this easily has a target of the halfway point coming in at 1466. So I'm seeing Ethereum dominance have a push up to 1466 within this month. I think this will happen extremely fast, probably even a week or two. So let's see, this is my target. We'll see how it reacts when it comes into the zone over here. But Ethereum dominance is looking really bullish. It is the most bullish chart in crypto now out of the blue chips, and definitely the one where most of your attention should be on is the Ethereum system. We can also have a look at some Ethereum tokens just now. But ETH BTC, of course, looking bullish. Ethereum dominance in ETH BTC does look the same. Where is my ETH BTC over here? Yeah, we've been really bullish on ETH BTC since we broke out of this zone over here, 0.026. Flip this into support over there, and ultimately most likely going to ride this wave all the way up to 4% over here. So super bullish. And if we have a look at Solana ETH quickly, this is quite bearish, guys. Spoke about this, I think, a month ago, that this is breaking down over here. We've had the death cross of this. So I'm definitely expecting Ethereum to outperform Solana for a long period of time now. So nice to see this play out. We have lost the major support over here. There was potentially an opportunity for this to, flip this as support and move to the upside, but it has broken down. So this is showing us that the Ethereum ecosystem is most likely going to outperform the Solana system for most likely the majority of the cycle or the remainder of the cycle. But let's see. What we can see as well, guys, is the ETH ecosystem having a solid pump. We can see stuff like Chainlink, which currently am in a long on this, getting a nice move today, up 6.75%. This is looking super solid. And if you guys are looking for some altcoins to get long on, I would suggest Chainlink. I do think Chainlink is extremely bullish, and it looks like it is trying to break out of this zone over here. So coming into resistance at the moment, but I do have high hopes for something like Chainlink. Also, Ondo is performing well. But otherwise, the total crypto market looks really bullish. Solid SR flip of this previous high over here. You can see this was the previous all-time high. And we did come and retest that resistance as support, as well as the 50-day EMA. So I think the total crypto market is extremely bullish. As D-Man said as well today, bullish news with the 401k. So let's see how it all pans out. But yeah, definitely looking bullish. Bitcoin dominance also losing levels over here, getting rejected off the important EMAs. Once Bitcoin dominance closes below the 60.34%, I am seeing a massive move down to that 52%. This would be, TP1 for the Bitcoin dominance short, and TP2 is at 43%. So, if your altcoins had a nice push on this recent 6% move, imagine the move all the way down to 20% down, 34% down. So things are looking bullish, in my opinion.
Okay, thank you for Matt. Thank you for sharing. And next one, let's invite Josephine. Okay, Josephine, can you hear me? Sorry, wait for a few minutes.
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes, now.
All right. So sorry about that. I think I've got some network glitch like that. Okay. Thank you so much. Let me share my screen real quick.
It's okay.
So yeah, let me just do that entire screen. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So can you see my screen right now? So that's this. That was amazing one from Jay and Matt. Okay. So basically, we talked about this the last time. All right. So and I just have a short. We already know the overall trend and the overall market structure for the BTC. Okay. And the last time I said that Bitcoin was forming a wedge, and we had an imbalance here, and also another block around here. So initially, I thought it was going to activate this. The supply structure at the top here, but market did fail to initiate that. So it came and tapped into this other block at the foot of this wedge right here. All right, so we got into the trade, and the trade has actually closed right here at the point of, because if you go here on the 4-hour time frame, all right, you will notice that Bitcoin is literally pending at around resistance level. Okay, you can see the resistance level around this region. So for me, I want the market to break above 18k thereabouts, then probably retest the trend line before the continuation to the upside. I'm expecting Bitcoin to continue the trend. All right, Bitcoin is very bullish as of the moment. Okay, still bullish as of the moment. And what we had is a recovery. We had a very significant impulsive movement to the upside, and we now have you know um, a reversal, all right, for the continuation pattern to continue. So that's just basically that on BTC. So on the lower time frame, for instance, for intermediate intraday traders, all right, for the lower time frame, Bitcoin has already accomplished a bullish significant push to the upside right now at this level. So I already closed this trade. So I think it's a couple of minutes ago. All right, I closed this trade after I left my Twitter space. Okay, so that's that. I For now I would want to still expect some rejection, maybe some kind of pushback to the downside, or it will break. Now, if the market breaks, I want it to break. Then this level, then I'll now look for continuation pattern to get on this trade. Okay, that's that from there. But meanwhile, even if BTC continue and break straight up to this level, there's actually a fair value gap at this 2100, all right, somewhere 21,300, right? So I would be watching out for probably a quick sell opportunity at that level, but still I'm still careful about what the market is printing right now. There was news yesterday, but the impact was not too grievous on the market, and there's no news tomorrow. So let's just watch out for what Bitcoin do within this region. Now, I'm also watching at Ethereum. Ethereum has actually played quite a significant trade. Okay, the last time on the space, I thought that it has already broken this resistance level. So I drew this line here, expecting it to retest at 50%. All right, if you put your fib level, you will see that. All right, now it has activated this buy currently on this buy on Ethereum. Okay, now it has given us one ratio two already for me, but I'm still positive that Ethereum is heading for this mass resistance. That's the peak of the resistance at the top here. So I'm expecting it to take it out completely. All right, I'm expecting to take it out completely so that it can break the region of 4K 6, 4K 100, 4K 80. All right, so that's the level at which I say. Initially I talked about the overall trend of Ethereum. Ethereum has over accumulated. So
Hey, just
basically, I just want, yeah, can you still hear me?
yes, yes now.
I just wanted to break that level, and that's just all. I'm just right now. I'm big on buying sports bags and just careful on my futures trading since the market has been giving some significant impact in a couple of days and months now. All right. So right now, these are just the two major markets I'm literally watching at, just Bitcoin and Ethereum. I actually look at some setup on Pi. Pi gave me initiated entry at this level, but for me, Pi is very slow. If you can see the overall time frame, I actually anticipated it right from the range that it was going to drop to 0.35 thereabout, and it did. So I just made entry into this space and expect it to push to the upside a little bit. All right. So that's just all from my end. And also, so basically, for now, I would just want to play safe and don't over leverage the future market, but rather just leverage the sports markets. That's just that from my end. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for Josby. And last one, let's invite Jay. Hello, Jay. Nice to see you. Can you hear me?
Yo, what up? Sorry, guys, I'm not ready yet. I'm gonna say, guys, I'm kind of outside right now, but share my screen. So apologize for the noise. Anyway, guys, oh shit, I can't share my screen, guys. I can't share my screen. All right. So, I'm not gonna share my screen because I can't share my screen. I'm outside right now, but tomorrow we're gonna have a GAN cycle and a full moon. So expect a pump. That's it. Expect a pump. I already building a lot of position, lot of position. After this, it's up only, guys. It's up only. It's up only. That's it. That's it. And for August, my target for Bitcoin is like 125, 128. Right? If not going to 128, I'm gonna quit from CoinW. I'm gonna retire, guys. I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna out. That's it, guys. So that's for me today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Jay. Seems he's very happy. Yeah, okay. And now I would like to dive into the next part. We would discuss this week's market trends and important data, and now I will share my screen. Yeah. Okay, guys, we can see the questions and market expectations around the Fed rate cut have been shifting rapidly, and the odds of the September cut have now climbed above 90%. If the Fed does move to cut rates, could it trigger another major rally in the crypto market? Yeah. And for this question, okay, Delay?
Yeah, I mean, I just saw that. I think it's gone up to like 94% now. So obviously it's a bullish thing for the markets. So I honestly think, I mean, right now, like what Jay was saying, like if price does break these key levels, like if Ethereum does break $4,000, then I do think that it's just going to be one of those 25 to 30% days of altcoins. Like if you guys remember back in the day, like 2021, where like alts were just pumping 20 to 30% a day, which is crazy. So I think it's coming very soon, guys. I think August is going to be, I think it's be a bullish month. I think a lot of people are scared about August, but with rate cuts coming in September, we might get like a front run, potentially within August. So I think a lot of people will actually miss out on this pump. So yeah, I'm bullish on rate cuts. Any type of rate cuts, I'm there for it. You know what I mean?
Okay, thank you for delay. And Matt, do you have any idea?
Yeah, I think a huge rally in the crypto market if rates are cut. But yeah, the probabilities are weighed for a rate cut. So I think it's just a matter of time. And yeah, I mean, if we look at the inverse, remember when they started raising rates, it kind of led the crypto market into the bear market. So I think, cutting rates now, it's been a while since there were rate cuts. So I do expect a positive return from the crypto market.
Okay, nice. Thank you for Matt. And yeah, Josephine, it's your turn, I think.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the question correctly. I was trying to listen. The network was bad. Can you repeat the question again, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. And also, can you see my screen?
Okay, yeah, I can see your screen. Yeah.
Okay. Should I repeat again?
Yeah, okay. I'm good. So market expectation around the fair case roll, okay, have shifted rapidly and odds on September. Okay. All right. So this is a very beautiful question, yeah. Now the thing is, as much as rate cut does affect the market, all right. I don't know. The last time Jerome Powell and the conversation, based on what we're seeing, I don't know if the risk cut is still going to be very, very adverse in the market. Because, for instance, BTC has literally delivered a very impulsive move already. So I am not expecting an outrageous push of the market. All right, maybe up to 90%. I'm not expecting that, but still, definitely, if there's a rate cut, it will impact the market. But I don't think it's going to be something that will be adversely impacting the market. Like, except there are other sentiments that might come along the line. But if not, I will still want to trade carefully and just apply my risk management at this point. Okay, I think that's it. And for altcoin, I think the dynamics of this bull run is so dynamic that Bitcoin dominance has still yet to break below 50% below, and the usual jump and spike we used to have in the last previous two bull runs that personally I've experienced. I'm not saying that significantly happening this time around because of the institutional play. So I would want to trade with caution, even if there's a rate cut. I think that's just my opinion on that.
Okay, thank you for Josephine. Yeah. I'm not sure Jay is still here. Jay?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Don't worry, I can hear you guys. I'm here. It's kind of noisy in here, guys. Sorry.
Oh, we can see you.
I'm already doing a party right now because I know what will happen tomorrow. I know what will happen next week. I know what will happen this month. So you guys expect so about this rate cut. You will expect this at September. Mm, like 80% probability, or maybe next year. But I think this year we might have a rate cut because we've been low for so long. We've been low like because I do a FOMC trade, right? I think it's around 3 rounds of FOMC. There's no rate cut. It's only Dobis or Hawkins. But right now, I think we're gonna have a rate cut, and we're gonna have a new all-time high after that. So be ready, guys. Be ready. Stay level-headed. When you see the pump, don't forget to TP. That's it.
Okay. Thank you for Jay. Yeah, have fun. And then let's move on the next question. 2 weeks ago, we mentioned that Palm has dropped below its private sale price after launch. Now it has up 46%. Can it rebound, keep going? Yeah. And guys, do you have any idea?
Yeah, can I share my screen for this one? Because I just want to show like a chart.
Sure.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. All right. So we're gonna just do a quick technical analysis on this for pump. All right. So basically, the first thing to note is we have this massive gap over here. Okay, and so basically, this gap is where the sell orders are sitting. Right. So in order for price to continue moving higher for pump, what I want to see is I want to see the daily candle get above this level here, 0.003557. Okay. The reason why I want to see price get above this level here is because if you look at the lower time frames, like the 4 hour, you can see that this is a key level, guys. Can you see how price, whenever price reacts at this level here, guys, what actually happens? We tend to get a reaction, right? So in order for price to continue higher, we need to see price start closing above these highs over here and above this level over here. Otherwise, what's going to happen is we're just going to keep on getting rejected, right? So price is literally at a resistance now. But in order for price to continue higher, we need to see price close above that level. And then we can potentially look at targets of this high over here at around about 0.00475. Okay. So in order for this to happen, it's all about just getting price to get above this level, and then we can look for continuation longs. So I still think pump is, it has potential to continue higher. So what you need to wait for is just to clear out this level. We need price to clear out that level, and then I'm looking at around about another 32% to the upside for pump. Okay, But this structure is bullish right now, right? We are making higher highs and higher lows. We did break this previous structure over here. We're trading into a massive bearish gap over here. So in order for price to continue higher, we have to break this gap. Okay. So that is my thoughts on pump. I think just wait. If you guys haven't invested in the token or you're looking to, in order for confirmation, you need to wait for price to close above 0.00355. Okay. Once you get it close above there, then you can look to take the long to the upside of around about 30%. Let me just show you here. Here we go. Around about 33% to the upside. And then you just put your stop loss below this previous low. And yeah, that's something I'd look at for pump. But just wait. Just be patient. Wait for the price to close above this level. If it doesn't close above, then we're just going to keep getting rejected. Okay. So just wait for the candles to do their thing. Once you start seeing multiple candles above this level, go long, stop loss below the low, TP at these highs right over here. Okay. Yeah, that's something I'm looking at for pump.
Okay, thank you for delay. Yeah, and delay. Personally, may I ask, do you buy this token?
I missed it. I'll be honest, but I think I wish I got some. But anyway, I think for me, I'm just gonna wait for price to close above this level. Once it does, then I'll buy some. Yeah, but right now we're at a resistance level, so we have to wait for price to close above. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for delay. And Matt, do you have any idea?
Yeah, I fully agree with Dylan. Yeah, I'll just share my screen quickly. It'll be a quick share.
Okay.
Basically, just looking at the 50% level, which I think lines up perfectly with Dylan's.
So in a few minutes, I will share your screen now.
Yeah, lines up perfectly with what Dylan had there. I would like to see pump get above this zone over here, 0.04581. I think he had that exact candle in the 4-hour highlight. If it gets above this, it puts it in the stronger half, and then it could be longable. But yeah, you could be bullish on this, but I don't think we should look any further than Ethereum and Ethereum dominance. So I think that this is a clear indicator that this is where the money is going to flow into. So I would personally be looking at the Ethereum network rather than something like Pump. Not in Pump, but I think if it does get above those levels spoken about, there is a case for Pump. But I think the charts and the flow of capital is telling us that the Ethereum network is where you want to be positioned.
Okay, thank you for delay. Thank you for your analysis about this token. And Josephine, yeah. Do you have any idea?
Yeah, personally, I'm not even watching the token at all. Seriously, it's not part of the list of the coin I've been looking into. Right? Maybe I don't know. I'm not watching it. I think the comment so far is okay.
Okay, it's okay. Thank you for Josephine. And hey, Boris, you're here.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit late, but
Hey,
yeah,
would you firstly, help us answer this question, and then you can share your screen to tell us about the market trends. Yeah.
yeah, I agree with Matt. Like, I think the Ethereum dominance chart is very telling. So I think when Ethereum basically overtakes Bitcoin in terms of dominance, that's a very telling sign in terms of what's going to happen with altcoins. So I think, and I spoke about Pump last week, that yeah, of course, when a token launches, it's probably gonna have a bit of a sell-off because all the insiders are they're selling their initial tokens. So it kind of made sense what happened last week. But yeah, I think now it's kind of makes sense that it's now Pump is pumping. So yeah, I think as long as the trend continues, it'll keep going. And I think overall,
it's been kind of a choppy week to start off August, but I think as long as Ethereum can maintain its dominance, I think that altcoins have a chance right now. And also like Bitcoin's like very stable right now. It's almost like a stable coin as long as it's trading above 110,000. So I think I think overall altcoins have a chance right now, along with Ethereum.
Okay, thank you for Boris for this question. And yeah, would you mind share your screen? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, give me 1 second.
Okay.
So I'm gonna share my chart of Bitcoin right now. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so on Bitcoin, I think we had a bit of a fake out. Like we had a pretty severe sell off from let's call it so this green red ribbon that I have on my chart. It's the 55 period exponential moving average. So we've been like pretty much trading above it for the past 2 weeks or so, but like I think last Thursday we dropped below 118,000 down towards 112,000, and I actually went pretty aggressively short on altcoins during this period, but this wasn't the right decision. Right now, I think this was a bit of a fake out move. So right now we're trading. Even today we're just trading above it now. So we're trading at 116,500. $116,500. So we're back above the 55 EMA along with many other altcoins. So I think what happened like late last week and early this week was a bit of a fake out move towards the bottom, and I think what's happening now is we're just we're retracing back to the highs that we were at the prior week. So I think Bitcoin can reclaim like the $120,000 level. We're probably gonna go back to all-time highs. But right now it's kind of like it's hard to tell. I think it's very sideways right now. I personally, my personal trading position, I have a mix of longs and shorts. But I think Ethereum is looking like Ethereum, it's looking better than Bitcoin. If it can reclaim, we can close a daily above, let's call it 3,900. I think we're gonna go to 4,000 and above. I think Ethereum is looking very good right now. I think the move we experienced a week ago was a bit of a fake out, and right now the market's looking more bullish than anything. That's what I have for today.
Okay. Thank you for Boris, and then let's move on to the next question. The last question. At the end of July, the US SEC approved the physical redemption mechanism for crypto ETFs. It seems to signal an acceleration in the US crypto ETF market. Once a wave of altcoin ETFs launches, will it boost market liquidity or end up being a drag on it? Good question. And for this question, let's first invite Matt.
I think it'll be a bit of a nothing burger. yeah, I don't think it'll bring too much market liquidity. I think the tokens that have ETFs now are the ones that people that wouldn't buy crypto in the crypto realm, would have. So yeah, I think a bit of a nothing burger. Wouldn't think too much of this for altcoin liquidity.
Okay, okay. Thank you for Matt and Josephine. Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can tell you, yeah. So the thing is, before now, usually when there's an ETF approval or mechanism of ETF in the market, what we used to see is maybe probably a significant impact in the market. But as of the moment, with what happened with Ethereum ETF last time, all right, after even the ATM approval and everything, though the market got some volume, but it didn't drag the market up. And though there was liquidity inflow, but it didn't drag the market like to an exponential impact, like the way we usually used to see it back in 2021. All right. So for me now, I think I'm a bit skeptical, and I would say that okay, even with the SEC approval of the physical redemption mechanism for ETF, the market is already having its own play. So having to see any significant impact might not be that obvious. That is my observation. Anyway, that's my perspective. All right, it might not play an observable impact in the market, but it's to drive in, I think, volume into the market. Of course, it's driving volume into the market. So that's my opinion on that.
Okay, thank you for Josephine. Yeah. And Josephine, may I ask, do you have any idea about the coins which can launch? Yeah, like Solana?
I don't get like Solana project.
Okay, and do you have any other idea? Like which tokens you mostly like will launch?
Okay. There are good tokens in the market. Last time I talked about the Nero Ethereum and the Nero family, and also there are good launch pro projects that are even there. Okay, Dodge is a good project. I've been looking into Dodge significantly, and also with the volume and the crowd that XRP is pulling, I'm very bullish on XRP still. XRP has done a good result. I think I got into XRP at zero point 0.5. That's more than a year plus now. I'm still holding my spot back, and but I'm still anticipating XRP to still perform a very significant great deal. Dodge is good, and that's Peanut. All right, Peanut is a significant project also. I'm looking into it and have got some some spot bag on that also. I think that's a couple of coins I'm holding.
Okay, thank you for Josephine. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, Matt, the same question. Yeah. Do you have any idea about like which altcoin ETFs will launch?
Um, who knows? I'm not too sure. I don't have any inside info on what the next ETF launch is going to be. Probably XRP. It'll most likely be blue chips. I think XRP is the third biggest crypto at the moment. So I wouldn't see why. First was Bitcoin, then it was Ethereum. Next is probably XRP because it's third on the list. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay, great. Thank
Yeah,
you for
um, I think I
yeah
was also
more.
reading it might be Solana ETF, which would make sense as well. But it's like um, all these institutions and all these banks and all these hedge funds, they can already invest in XRP and Solana through just crypto exchanges. So I think overall it would be like, yeah, I kind of agree with Matt. It would be like a nothing burger because all of these sophisticated financial institutions can already purchase Solana and XRP and other altcoins through crypto exchanges. So they're probably already doing that. So I think this would probably bring like more. Yeah, I think overall it would bring liquidity to the overall market, but like I guess the heads of all these financial institutions, they already know how to purchase these altcoins. They know how to purchase XRP. They know, they obviously have connections to Coinbase, which is the number one exchange in the US. So I think, if indeed there's going to be more ETFs, like all these institutions, they already have whatever like potential ETFs is going to be in the future. They've already purchased it, so it's probably going to be like a sudden news event, if anything. Like if an XRP ETF is going to be announced, or like a Solana ETF, it's probably going to be sudden news. But like of course, in the long run, it's going to bring more liquidity to the crypto market. So I think like short term, it'll probably be a drag, but long term, it will boost market liquidity for sure.
Okay, that's all. Okay, thank you for Boris. Thank you for your guys joining us today. I bet today's live stream is very important for our audience under this market. Be sure to keep eye on CoinW and our esteemed guest. Follow the Twitter account as they will continue to share valuable insights on the world of crypto. Stay safe and take care about your sport, and good luck. And overall, I would like to thank you everyone for joining us today. Yeah. See you next time. Thank you, guys. Yeah,
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thanks.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you, Josephine. Hey, have fun.